Hello. I'm so happy we could finally meet to discuss this dilemma for our business, The Shed, but rest assured that I have come prepared with all of the materials necessary to make a decision on whether we should add our family dinner bundles to our dine-in menu, as opposed to having them just on our takeout menu. To understand this issue of our family dinner bundles and whether we should add them to our dine-in menu as well, we have to first talk about the menu. And now our menu isn't just going to be something for the customer to look at, but we are going to use it as a management tool as well. By adjusting the menu, we're going to change our products, of course. And by changing our product, we're really going to change everything. We're going to change the way that our staff has to serve the product, in the marketing and the selling techniques that they use while serving our products. We're going to change the prices that we charge for our products. We're going to change the vendors that we order from. We're going to be changing everything about the supply chains that we utilize in our everyday business. And we could even affect our restaurant layout by the way that we market these bundles. For example, if we would add them to our menu, and promote them more than we are now, we might have to have some more family sized tables in a restaurant, as opposed to some twos and threes that we normally have. So the menu, again, everything is going to stem from the menu, and everything is going to stem from what we add to the menu, and in this case, whether we add our family dinner bundles to it. Next, we have the economy and its relationship with the hospitality and tourism industry that we fall under. So we've seen time and time again that when the economy does well, the hospitality and tourism industry does really well, and when the economy does badly, the hospitality and tourism industry does really badly. We just saw that with the pandemic. Although having a recession marked with the pandemic necessarily affects the hospitality and tourism industry more than a normal recession. We've always seen that recessions make people want to travel less. It makes people want to eat out less because they need to save their money and use it for food, groceries, and utilities. So we can say that these things have a strong positive relationship with each other, and we certainly have to take that into account when we're thinking of adding our family dinner bundles to our menu. Next, we have factors that affect our business environment. And again, we're going to have the broader economy here because, as I just said, the hospitality and tourism industry that we fall under is going to actually magnify the effect or how well the broader economy is doing. So it's really important that we're taking that into account when we're making our business decisions. And of course, we also have consumer trends are factors that affect our business environment. We have veganism, vegetarianism, pescatarianism, all of those different things that impact the way that we have to structure our menu. And of course, are going to impact the way that we're going to have to market our dinner bundles. We also have a lot of factors that affect our business risk. Again, we of course have the broader economy affecting our business risk, but that's not as big. That's not a huge risk that we need to be worrying about right now because everybody else has the same risk, as long as we're focusing on differentiating ourselves from our competitors. We also have changes. Changes always are going to carry risk. So adding these family dinner bundles to our dine-in menu is going to carry some risk no matter how we do it. But we also have to understand that capitalizing on trends is the way that businesses, including ourselves in the past, have succeeded. It's the way they succeed now. It's the way they will always succeed. We have to know what the customer wants in order to capitalize on it. And in this case, our customers have been asking us time and time again to add if they can get these dinner bundles on our dine-in menu as opposed to just takeout. So we're actually going to retain more customers. In this case, if we add them to our menu, and I'll explain later why those benefits outweigh the risks. But next, we have other factors that are going to influence people's choice of a hospitality and tourism site like our restaurant. And this is where you're going to find all of our different types of utility. We have place utility, which would be physical proximity to our customers. We believe that we are positioned pretty well to capitalize on place utility with our locations and, of course, strategic locations. We have time utility, which is going to be how much time our customers have, and whether or not they want to opt for a fast food type meal or a full service type restaurant meal like us. Of course, we've succeeded with this utility in the past and attracting customers to the full service model as opposed to the quick serve model. Next, we have our product utility. That's going to be what our product offers. And we're going to see that by adding these family dinner, our family dinner bundles to our dine-in menu, we're going to drastically increase the product utility for our customers, as well as the price utility, especially for our lower income customers who still aren't doing that well economically as a result of the pandemic. And of course, that's actually part of the reason that we implemented our family dinner bundles in the first place. And of course, we have different kinds of promotions are going to impact customers' choice of a hospitality and tourism site. We're not going to be running too many promotions on our family dinner bundles, given that they are already at a very low price for a larger quantity of food. But we always have to take those factors into account. So next, I want to get into the actual pros and cons of adding our takeout family dinner bundles onto our dine-in menu. I've created a little list for you there. I don't think you could read it on that, so I will make sure to email it to you after this meeting. But first, we have the pros. So let's talk about those first. First of all, we're going to increase our appeal to the family demographic because, of course, our bundles are going to be a larger quantity of food for a lesser price. We're also going to retain some new pandemic customers that we got as a result of these family dinner bundles. Of course, these bundles appealed more to the family that wasn't doing so well economically, and that is still a demographic that exists very much right now. Even though the economy has started to recover, we're certainly not even close to where we were pre-pandemic levels, and we need to take that into account when making our business decisions. Next, we have a long-term reduction in cost because we're going to see that as we adjust our supply chains and figure out exactly how much demand we're going to have for these bundles in the long run, we're going to be able to buy and sell our product in bulk better, which is going to reduce our cost and create a long-run increase in our profits as a result of new customer retention. Lastly, we have, again, reaching that demographic better of the lower income people who still aren't doing so well in the current economic climate. But next we have the cons because, like I said before, any business change is always going to carry some form of risk. So we could lose out by losing focus on our current target market, which doesn't necessarily include that less economically well-off demographic that we're trying to add something to focus on here. So we certainly want to make sure that we're keeping our current target market in mind, even as we transition over to these family dinner bundles on a dine-in basis. Next, we have risk of customer trends changing. I personally don't think that this is going to be a huge risk for us. And from all the talks that I've had with our directors of marketing and information management, we don't think that this is going to be a big risk for us. We think that a lot of things are going to stay after the pandemic. And of course, they created those opinions based on market research that they've done and the people that are reporting to them have done. A lot of things are going to stay the same after the pandemic. Family style dining very much included, we believe. And lastly, we're going to have lower profits in the short term because, again, we're going to be selling a larger quantity of food for not as high of a price. But as I said before, in the long run, we're going to be retaining more customers, being able to buy and sell more, being able to buy more from our vendors, sell more to our customers, even if it is at a lower profit margin. It's going to help us be more profitable in the long run. So in case you haven't been able to infer already, my verdict is that we should add our bundles to our dine-in menu to better suit the current business environment and customer trends that have come about as a result of the pandemic and the resulting economic turmoil in our country. So I believe that I have effectively analyzed the pros and cons of this business model. And if you have any other questions, please don't hesitate to call me or email me if you have any questions about the more specific effects on our profit, more specific implications of the risk that we would be taking in this endeavor, or anything more specific about the business factors of the business environment that could affect how effective our decision is, and of course, exactly how we think that these market trends are going to play out. Again, if you have any questions whatsoever on the logistics also of implementing this model, please don't hesitate to contact me. Thank you so much for judging this event, and I'll see you next time.